When you look at this advert, it looks very innocent. It's a hospital advert by the Aga Khan University Hospital. And what you need to know is that this hospital is owned by foreigners and has been owned by foreigners for a very long time. A lot of businesses, corporations, skyscrapers, mines, even lakes are owned by foreigners. Africans in Kenya own a fairly small part of the economy. Now, in this advert, the advertising obviously dialysis services, which is irrelevant. My focus is on the colorist discrimination that the advert is showing. Now you can see the patient looks like an African Kenyan, but the model playing nurse does not look typical of Africans in Kenya. You can see that she's very light-skinned, and this is intentional. So they're presenting light-skinned people as our helpers, as the people who love us, and the people who help us. Yet, historically, people of that hue have been our most deadliest enemy. And this cuts across everything within this country, within the culture of the country. If you go to church, you'll find that it is quote-unquote light-skinned idols being worshipped. So throughout the media, you'll see this constant theme of light-skinned people or mixed-race people being used to represent us here as Africans in Kenya. And you will rarely see them use Kenyans in these adverts. They try their best to eliminate our image in the public space. So in this case, I'm actually surprised that they actually used someone who looked like a typical African in the advert. But of course, they compensated by putting a mixed race, a mixed breed person to represent the goodness of the hospital. In other words, the goodness can only flow through a light-skinned person, because they tend to demonize us. So the person with the problem is the person with the darker skin. Are you seeing? So this is psychological warfare. It may appear to be very subtle, but it is psychological warfare, whereby we are expected to look up to people who have a lighter skin as being good, and people who of a different skin as being bad. This needs to be stopped.